All right, welcome back everyone. In this video, we're going to be doing isometric shape 2. So I already have it done here in all of its glory. One thing that I want to mention before we start is that yes, you can kind of tell that there might be like 2.5 boxes here. I went ahead and made the executive decision to round stuff like this. So for example, for the height, you can tell that it's 1 box, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. So I'm going to round that to 6. And also this one here, I'm going to only count the depth as 4. So 1, 2, because this row here, 1 extruded this way, another 2 extruded this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So height of 6, depth of 4, and then length is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's what I went ahead and did, just because it'll be easier. If McGing and I talk about it and he says do it with the halves, then I'll probably redo this video for you guys. Well, so that's what we're going to do. Let me save this one. So I made a new component already here. I'll just make it active. So I'm going to actually try doing a different plane for this one because I think it's easier. So what I'm going to basically do is just use the line feature and draw out everything rather than kind of doing it a box and adding it. I think it's just easier if you do the outline kind of. So first thing I'm going to do, or what I'm going to do is basically draw the outline. So I'm going to draw all these features, and then I'll worry about this cutout later. So yeah, and then we'll also have to cut this feature out too to make this bar here. So I'm going to draw this L down here and then another kind of upside down L here. You guys will see what I mean in a second. So for this first feature, you have 2 blocks here. You have then 6 high, 1, 2, and then this will be 4 here. 2 depth here. This will still also be 2. This will be 3 because of this, and then 2 extruding out, and then another 1x8 kind of stick attached, row attached. So I'm just gonna do it, and I'll talk through the dimensions as I go. So we have this. We're going to then come up a quarter. Then we're going to come over a quarter. To bring that dimension down here. Next thing we're going to do then is come up 4. So that'll be 4 cubes, 1 in length. Then we're going to come over another half. Oh, sorry. Come over another half. Oh, what am I doing? It's a rectangle. Come over another half. Then we're going to go up another half. And then this will come over back another 0.75. And then it will come down and connect here. So you can kind of see that from this side angle, you have your L here and your L here. So boom. And then we're going to extrude this 2 over 8 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll do our cutouts and we'll do our holes. So I made it on the other plane now. So you kind of see that it was maybe easier for that. So we're going to go -2. So there we go. So we already have this little slant. So we need the hole, and then we kind of need to cut out this. So we're going to do the cutout, and then we'll do the hole last. So for this cutout, so we have 8 length, right? So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to round this half to 6. So it's going to be 6 here. So this cutout's only going to be 2. So, and then the height we said was 6. So it's a 2 by kind of 4, because 1, 2, 3.5, round that to 4. So a 2 by 4 box, just going straight out, will be our cut. So let's make that here. Oh, not extrude, sorry. We're going to make a sketch here. Then I'll go to this corner. So then we said it was a 2x4. So 4 boxes in the depth, which is then 1. And then I'll dimension it a 2 here, so which is 0.5. Then we'll finish. We're going to extrude, cut it out. Boom. There you go. That's going to be our cut. So you can see why I did a different plane originally from our XY, because it was easier to just sketch out the two L's connected rather than making a whole block, cutting this out, and then cutting another to get this overhang in a way. So that's, if you guys think it's easier to do the other way, go ahead, do that. If you think it's easier doing it this way, then stick to this. You guys are always welcome to try a million ways, because like McGing and I said, there's no one right way. So we saved. Next thing we're going to do is go back to here, and we're going to make this hole. So think about this hole. So it's a quarter in diameter, exactly 1 grid spacing. So it's 2 off the side, and then about 3 off the top, or 3 off the it's 2 off the side and 2 off the bottom too, because 1, 2, and then it's like in that third, also from the side, 1, 2, and in that third. So the thing is, the spacing for this is 0.2, 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, and then the center of this hole is half. So half of 0.25 is your 0.125. So half of a fourth is an eighth. So it's going to be centered, the center of this hole, 0.625 off the side and off the bottom. So I'm going to do that real quick. So I'll just put it anywhere. But remember, the diameter was perfectly in our box. So in our grid spacing, which is a quarter. So then I'm going to dimension this center of the hole here, 0.625 off the bottom. And then we're going to do 0.625 off the side. Finish sketch, extrude this, go into negative, and then boom, there we go. So maybe this will be easier for some of you. Maybe you guys can't really visualize it. We will get there, don't worry. And if you have questions, we're more than likely to help you. But like McGing and I said, we've been doing this for several years, so it's kind of just like the back of our hand. We know it very well. But this hole, it's in the center, perfectly in this box. So the center of the hole is in there. So you have to account for the radius and the spacing of the grid. So then half your box, 0.25, is your eighth, which is 0.125. So that's why we had to add that 0.125 plus. Because for circles, you're not dealing with this edge, you're dealing with the center. That's the most important thing to really take away from this. So that is isometric shape 2 done.